Right, so Reform are doing, like, smashing it. They're doing so well. One way you can tell they're smashing it is that every single other party's conference has bits that are specifically about reform. They're all going, oh, what are we doing? They're going, oh, we're going to talk about reform. That is on everybody's mind.
Reform.
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 What I want to talk about is that I don't think it's going to last. Here's why. Well, Reform came in on a wave of pro-Brexit, still a lot of Brexit stuff going on. Essentially the same party as the Brexit party. They had the power to speak to a load of different people. They told Labour voters, vote for us and we'll just get some common sense. Who doesn't like the idea of common sense? Common sense is something that people buy into. Nigel Farage's common sense? We all think, okay, common sense. A party like no other. A party attracting people from across the political spectrum, most of the political spectrum, to be with them. They also had the power of not being in power. They had no record to defend. It's good to be able to point to something you've done and go, hey, look at that. Hey, what a great leader I was. Hey, that's why Boris Johnson got them called Boris Bikes, even though it wasn't him. It were Ken Livingstone bikes. It's also difficult being in power. Like we're seeing now, Labour have been in power for a year. Nobody likes them. They haven't done anything good. They haven't done anything people like. Anyone who is struggling doesn't like the current government. So it's good for you if you've got nothing to defend. Now Reform does have things to defend. The Financial Times said the other day, Reform are likely to raise Kent council tax after cost-cutting drive falters. I live in Kent. Do you know what they talked about? For the whole of their election campaign, bringing down costs. Now they might raise council tax. I understand that politics is tricky. I understand that cutting taxes is a hard thing to do, but you can't overpromise. You can't run an election and say, we're going to cut your council tax and then raise your council tax. That is an absolute failure from my council to do what they said they were going to do. In 4 years' time, or however long it is till the next elections, people might say, yeah, but last time you said it, it didn't happen. That's not why I really think they're in trouble. I think Nigel Farage is enough of a communicator, is enough of a player to ride out those storms. I think he's a very impressive man, Nigel Farage. The reason I think they're in trouble is because they're increasingly not able to appeal to Labour voters as well. And I'll tell you why. Look at the people who are joining Reform from other places. Andrea Jenkins used to be a Tory MP. She's joined Reform. Mark Reckless has joined Reform. He was a UKIP MP briefly. Lucy Allen has joined Reform. Jake Berry, former Conservative chair, has joined Reform. More recently, we had some big names around Reform conference. So we had Danny Kruger. He's a big name.
The Conservative Party is over.
He's a sitting MP. So he was on the Conservative benches. He now sits with Reform in the House of Commons. That is hard to do. You might notice a theme with these people. They are all Tories. They are all Conservative Party MPs. If you are a Labour Party MP and you go, oh, do you know what? We just really do need to sort out migration. There is one party and only one party who are dealing with the problem sensibly. That party's Reform. But then, and this is crucial, you might look at the people who are in Reform. Listen, Anne Widdecombe was a member of the Brexit Party. She's a member of Reform from a long time ago. Anne Widdecombe is there. She was not a very popular politician. Lee Anderson was not a popular Conservative politician. Mark Reckless was Conservative. Then he was UKIP. Then he was the Brexit Party. Then he was Reform. He is a right-wing man. All of this list are people that people on the left might recognise. If Nigel Farage's party, if Reform can keep going, they need to get some people on the left back again. He's going to lose the possibility of being the guy who everybody likes. Being the Taylor Swift? Ooh, the Taylor Swift of of politics. For reform to win everywhere, for it to be Prime Minister Nigel Farage, he cannot be relying on the previous Conservative vote. He needs more than that. How's he going to do it? How's he going to get people to join the party now it's all full of Conservatives? How's he going to do it? That's why I think the party are in trouble.